What's good, family? Welcome back to another YouTube video. This is going to be a deep trade breakdown where I go over the market maker sell model. This is by far one of the most powerful trading models. Make sure you stay tuned and watch this whole video and go on your charts and see this for yourself. If you're a person you want to trade live with me every single morning, make sure you click the first link down below where you can trade live with me and get access to over 50+ hours of trading lessons. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
What's good, family? What's good, everybody? We're gonna go over this price action right here. Man, this has been one of the probably yesterday was just insane, but today is just another crazy day. I missed the first 2 days of the week. I was just on a little break, man. But yesterday was a good day. I only risked a little bit of profits from yesterday's trade today, and just walked away with a small loss for today. Price action was just super bearish, exactly how I was anticipating the price action to be. It played out, right? My first bias played out. It's just the bias that I like. I didn't really have confidence into it going in. I would say just because how price opened up early on. But we're gonna start on the 4 hour. Man, the first thing we have to understand is that when price is like in this higher time frame, all-time highs, it's extremely hard for like anyone to predict. But there is moves, right? We have to understand that there's moves. It's just that now, right, it's gonna be technically driven, right, by the algorithm, and it's going to be also fundamentally driven also. In the past couple weeks, in the past couple days, I would say a lot of crazy news has been going on, right? Just like yesterday was a crazy pump and dump. Price drop lower to sweep all these lows to then rally higher. I was able to catch that rally to then today, right, price swept lower again. Guess where it went? Exactly to that zone that I stated during the live. If anybody remember that during the live, right? I told you guys this was gonna come and clear all these internal range lows, right? It's so perfect that sometimes it scares me, right? That's all I gotta say. It's so perfect that sometimes it's scary. Even the sell happens perfectly, right? I'm gonna go over it today. How we could have caught a sell trade also, right? Because there were multiple positions. But let's go down on the 15-minute time frame. I just wanted to show that higher time frame movement right here. But on the 15 minutes, right? I'm gonna go over on Mondays first. Mondays was just beautiful, right? I didn't trade on Monday. I was out of town on Monday. But this is just the pattern that I look for. So on the opening, one thing we have to understand is that first, price will give us a opening leg, right? We don't know if that opening leg is gonna be on the like higher or lower, but it will always give a opening leg, right? Sometimes it will be a reversal type of leg, like especially if price like cleared, gave us like a new dealing range. Like say if price was coming from this high to this low, then this crazy reversal wouldn't have happened that deep, I would say. But in reality, right, price pushed down lower to mitigate this order block, this 15-minute order block, and then we had this buy reversal happening. So on the lower time frames, once we see that price respected this high, this low down here, right, and all these higher lows started forming, right, on the lower time frames, this was like the same exact buy that I took yesterday. I'm gonna go over it again. Once we get like a 3-minute break, like a 3-minute break of structure, like I was speaking to Akira on the live, me personally, I look for a 3-minute break or a 5-minute break or of the inner swing high, right? Once we get that, I know that price will more likely pull it back just to mitigate a certain zone to then extend higher to attack the prior. Look at the date. It's about 10 a.m. It's either going to be the 9:30 or the 10 a.m. Whichever one started the leg, right? The bullish or the bearish leg. Like for this day right here, it was the 10 a.m. high. That's where price wicked higher. Clear this to then extend lower. So this is going to be the next draw on liquidity, where a lot of traders, they're still holding their trades. Money is up here now, right? So once this sell is done, sell side is cleared, sell side liquidity is cleared. What's next? Price is gonna pull back to go clear buy side liquidity. These old highs up here. Perfect. So this was for Monday, right? Monday was just pretty algorithmic, pretty simple, right? Nothing too crazy. But the thing for Monday is that it led for this right here, right? It led for this move. This right here left this all-time high, right? Exposed, I would say, right? Because a lot of traders, I have seen some like analysis, some people was looking for this right here, for this breaker to work. And look, it will give you reactions. It will always give you a reaction, but it wasn't the proper zone. You got to realize price already broke through this right here. Broke through this, right? So on this pullback, where is the prior zone that is going to extend to? This high. So once price clears this external point of liquidity, right? Where is the next point of liquidity? These internal range lows down here. One in this right here. I hope it's slowly making sense of the ebb and flow of the markets, right? That's how I like to see it, right? The price is just going from liquidity pool to liquidity pool, right? I swear you can predict the market every single day. It's just about the execution and just how confident you're in your trade, how confident you are in yourself that day, and exactly like how early were you, or were you even like paying attention for the trade? I'm gonna go over today too, because this happened perfectly and I missed it. I'm talking about like 30 minutes. I missed this by 30 minutes. I went to take a shower. By the time I came back, price already started dropping again. I was like, oh man, he's crazy. It was crazy. But this was the sell right here, right? This sell happened exactly the same way. Once price clears a external point of liquidity, right? I always look for a two, like this is called a 3 drive pattern, but I like that strong liquidity week, right? A 3 drive pattern is where price give you 1 high, 2 high, 3 high, and then wick through it all to then push down lower. And then you see this here, 1, 2, 3, and then we got this strong displacement and then wick lower, right? But not displacement, this strong fake out, right? To fake traders until thinking he's going long, to then quickly reverse lower, give you that break, and then on the lower time frame, pull back, drop, clears old lows, right? But the main thing that I look for is just a strong rejection candle. Listen for this right here. This is not a strong rejection candle, right? The main reason you may be like, this is not a strong rejection candle is because it didn't clear a prior low yet, right? This low was still protected. This low was cleared, but this low, it didn't clear it, right? This low was just set as like an inducement low. Just like this high right here. This high, look how babied it did. Like it babied it. It wasn't really a fake out. A fake out is like a strong, powerful move to the opposite direction to then quickly reverse to the next direction. Like you see this right here. A strong bullish rally to then quickly reverse lower. That's a fake out. A strong bearish push. Grab them. A lot of traders now, oh no, it's gonna pull back. Let me use this fair value gap right here. They're already doubting. Boom. A lot of traders probably already right here. Their stop loss is right at these highs right here. They're looking for sales, and in price, they starts buying higher, respecting all these previous bullish PD arrays, then they extend higher. But right, me and my brother, we had noticed this right here because this was the Asian session, right? It was the Asian session liquidity. So for the morning session, we was like, man, because we had FOMC, price was gonna consolidate for the whole morning session. So the whole morning session price just played around, and then at 2 p.m. price rallied higher, mitigate that breaker, right? Clean to then drop lower. I thought this was the move, right? It wasn't until I scaled down to the 3 minutes time frames. I was just looking on just doing my daily back test, right? Let me go down to 1 minute so I can see this a little bit more precise. Boom. So once we start seeing price respecting previous lows, that's what you got to see, right? Once price taps out of your higher time frame zone, you want to see price respect previous lows and give you internal range breaks, right? Right here, you don't want to see price breaks through this low. Once price breaks through this internal range high, you don't want to see it break through this low. Once price breaks through this high, you don't want it to break through this low. And once price breaks through this high right here, this low is safe. So I was just waiting for it. For me personally, I like to see like the main range low, like this right here, because this was the high that pulled back. So if price can break through this, that's kind of what I was hoping to see today for the live. If I can break through this, then I know the rally is going to be perfect like this. And that's exactly what happened, right? Before today, I'm going to go explain today's. Let's go over today's. The momentum was already in a downtrend. Like I stated, let me remove this. Perfect. We already had this Asian high get cleared. I knew it was going to be like this, man. Like I just didn't want to second guess it. But even then, I still did, right? Price pulled back. This was early though, around like 8:30. Make it to 50%. That's where all the volume lies at. Price is playing around. Now we're on the live. By the time we were here, price already extending lower already. What I could have did, I would say, is just throw a random lot size just because I knew he was going to be attacking the lows and we may not possibly clear that high, but I would still just be more patient. What I should have did, right, was this right here. I started thinking of this trade as a reversal buy, right? Like a buy reversal, like price was pushing down lower to mitigate this right here to then extend higher. That's what I was looking for, In reality, this pullback, right? Because I was in this small buy pullback right here. This pullback, we're just pulling back right inside of this zone right here. This was a reclaimed order block. This was supposed to be a like base, right? That's holds to then extends. But price displaced through it and left this fair value gap. Like this would have been probably the easiest trade for today, right? Just right here, candlestick at the highs. When I'm targeting the prior daily lows, like that would have been the easiest trade for today, in my opinion. Like it makes me sick sometimes, right? It makes me sick sometimes, but you gotta see how beautiful it is, right? I caught the buy, but I missed the sell, right? Price gave us a market maker buy model to then, after it clears all-time highs, right? Previous daily highs, previous range highs, we have a market maker sell model. What do you think is gonna happen next? Boom, let's go higher. Now price clears internal range liquidity. What's next? External range liquidity. These prior highs up here, right? All these highs that I was looking for today, all of them are gonna get cleared now. These, right? Now tomorrow we may start seeing like a base get cleared, possibly price even go lower, right? Let me go to the 4-hour. The main reason I don't think it's gonna go lower, let me just remove everything. The main reason I don't think it's gonna go lower was because we're playing inside of that zone, like I stated right here. Perfect. You may retest it, but to me, this is like the failure swing, a break, right? Inducement lows. If it respects it, right, we may see a continue higher. But also, I'm also keeping these zones in mind too. Now we're here, right? Because we still have all these lows up down here. We got to keep in mind all these lows down here. So if price pulls back, we start seeing some bullish reaction to crawl back higher. Cool, we're gonna keep going higher. Or if price pull back and we just reject and we close below this right here, possibly tomorrow or later today, then we're gonna be going lower, right? We're gonna be going lower. Price gonna wake inside to just go lower to clear these lows down here. But that's what I'm looking for now. The price action has been extremely it's been good, but it's just execution, man. Execution. Once you see a trade and you understand it, have no fear, right? Use proper risk management. Just like today, even though I seen this buy right here, I should have had more confidence in the sell. I would say, in my opinion, I should have had way more confidence in the sell. And on the pullback, I missed the second pullback again, right? When price came right back here, right? This was the one that I called on the live. I was like, man, price we're gonna pull back here. It did it again after this break, right? With every major break of structure, price will pull back and use the low or the high that did the break, right, to then continue the trend lower before we see a buy reversal. But that's it from now, right? Make sure you guys join us to end the week for tomorrow. If you have any questions, send it in the chat. We're gonna go over them during the lives. Make sure you ask questions, also talk to us. And this is it. Spektrades out.